7:15 on a Monday, the 15th of January. Thank you so much, Kelly, for coming through to our studios here in Muizenberg.
It's such a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a great pleasure. So you're a registered counsellor,
yes.
And we want to talk about anxiety, especially when it comes to getting those results.
Yes.
Matric results coming out this week, Thursday, and I can only imagine matriculants are like, did I make it? How did I get those marks?
Yes.
How do we deal with it?
A lot of the stress that comes with waiting for your matric results and the anticipation that comes is the uncertainty surrounding it. You don't know, did I pass, did I not make it? And it's because of a lot of elements of that waiting period is outside of your control. And we don't like being out of our own control. So when it comes to dealing with that anxiety, I think it's important to really lean on your support system more than anything else, and for your support system to also be reassuring that no matter what the outcome is going to be, you're going to be fine. I think there's so much pressure that's placed on matriculants, and I mean us as adults too, but even if you fail, it's okay. There's always going to be a plan of how you can make it. We're a lot more resilient than what we give ourselves credit for. So I think that, it's important to lean on your support system now as you wait.
True story. And then how can parents or guardians just deal with that, helping them, the matrics in their lives, deal with anxiety as well?
Yes. Be reassuring in your words, in how you also speak to a lot of the people that are waiting for the results now and the students that are waiting for the results. I think it's very important to be affirming and not to speak in any condescending tone or condescending way, but really reassure the matriculant that's waiting that no matter what the outcome is going to be, your support is going to be unconditional. You're going to be there for them no matter what happens. So I think when it comes to friends and family, it's a really good idea to not maybe use this time to mock them, to spark any self-doubt even more, but to be very affirming in your words as you encourage them.
And then for that matriculant or those people that get the bad results of they didn't pass, what advice do you have for those people?
It's hard. And firstly, acknowledging the pain and acknowledging any emotions that come with that. Of course, we all naturally have a sense of fear of failure. Nobody likes the feeling of potentially failing. But I think it's really important at that time to lean on your support system once again, to lean on words of affirmation and believe in yourself once again that there is still going to be an outcome and a plan that can be made for you. So there's a lot of support systems. Schools also provide the option to rewrite your exams, and this is a great time, even as you're waiting in anticipation, to prepare for that and look at the options that are available for you should you not be able to make it, and put together a plan to either rewrite or redo your matric exams again.
Because there are options available. I mean, like you said, rewrite. You can rewrite your exam, but also, Kelly, you can just share with us some advice just for matriculants that are currently expecting, waiting for the results to show up.
Yeah. Be gentle on yourself first and foremost. Do things this week to distract yourself as far as possible. And if you are a type A personality like myself, I like planning and knowing the outcome. I think that this is a great time for you to also look at what are your options. So if you were to make it, for example, what's your plan of action of how you're going to move forward with this year? But if you were to not make it, how would you then deal with it? So putting together an action plan of how you're going to deal with it and how you're going to respond to it does help to bring a sense of control back to a situation that you actually can't control. So this is a good week to also practice self-care, to really just focus on how you can feel good about yourself once again, no matter what the outcome is going to be.
And I'd like to add in, and correct me if I'm wrong, but those marks don't define who you are.
No, absolutely.
So,
Absolutely not.
I've had so many people that I've spoken to about, getting that bad news of where you didn't do as well or whatever else like that. It doesn't have to define you. You choose and you can redo, and there will be other opportunities. I just think about even yesterday in the sermon, and I can't remember the exact details, but, mentioning about somebody who came 41 out of a class of 43.
Yes.
But then that person rose to become world famous and, conquer the world, for example, or whatever,
Exactly.
It's what you do next, eh?
Exactly. 100%. And bring it even a little closer to home. I remember the feeling of waiting for matric results. It was not easy at all. And I knew during the course of my matric year that I wasn't necessarily passing every single thing. When I got my final results, I didn't exactly pass maths in the same way that I would have expected myself to. And yet I went on to start my own private practice in counselling. which is amazing. So exactly to echo what you say now, no matter what the result is, it doesn't mean things are over. If you don't necessarily get favorable results, you can still make a plan. There are still things that you can do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's do this. And parents, please find the things that you can celebrate with your child.
Absolutely.
Don't always focus on the negatives. Find those things
Be
that you can
positive,
celebrate. Be positive.
Exactly.
Kelly Jacobs, thank you so much for chatting to us. If you maybe joined us a little bit late and didn't catch the start of the conversation, don't worry, we've captured it live on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook, so you can go check it out there. Kelly, great chatting to you. Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me.
So welcome.